Welcome back to Sonic Boredom. Oh yeah, that's right, we're still here. Ugh.
Sonic boredom, gotta snooze through each disaster.
Sonic Bored. I can't even do it. I actually prefer the Crush 40 version of that song, honestly.
Oh, I love both.
I haven't actually heard it.
Oh, it's really good. It's a Cash Cash versus Crush 40 version. Don't worry, it's Johnny who sings, not Alex, fortunately.
Cash can sing, although
it
when
looks
they
like
use their
oh, I love this one.
can...
I love that this control terminal is being controlled remotely for 10,000 feet above the ground. That's where lyrics hiding. Fascinating. Okay, sir, thanks a lot. Any other info you need for that gizmo? No, I got what we needed. Then stand back and let me show you why I'm called Knuckles. Because you have those pointy knuckle things on your gloves? Yes, Tails, thank you for pointing that out. Huh? Oh, I get it. You know what? That makes more sense. I thought it was because I smashed stuff. But then I guess they called me Smashies.
This clip could be inserted like after every joke that's made.
I know, but I can only use it once, so I decided to put it in this one.
Are we gonna get flagged for this?
That's okay. I took this from YouTube,
I
so
hope not.
I took this from YouTube, so.
Nah.
Yeah, but you never know. Well, then again, if it attacks us, we'll just have to deal with it in our usual manner. Legally.
It's just like a 20-second clip anyway.
Yeah.
Besides, if we can have old commentaries of school days up. Will Ferrell, eh?
Just pretend that's Ken Pontac.
Hello? That's not funny.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stewie.
Smashies. When you're done smashing that terminal, I've got something else you can try and smash. Knuckles.
I think
smash!
you mean smash. Yeah, I think you mean Smashals.
I'm actually. Is it Smashals? Whatever. It's
Yeah.
still, whatever.
Knuckles for Smash.
Regardless, it's still stupid either way.
Well, he did make it in.
No, who? It's Metal Sonic! He's coming in fast! Yes, Metal Sonic came the fuck out of nowhere! There's only one person who could be behind Metal Sonic's appearance, and without naming names, he has a really stupid mustache. Metal Sonic, protect the factory and eliminate Sonic and his friend. Oh, sorry, that's Eggman. Metal Sonic, protect the factory and eliminate Sonic and his friends. And that was Eggman's cameo, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, Eggman, Metal Sonic, and Shadow in the context of Shattered Crystal are just there for fan service purposes.
Hell,
That's another thing I'm...
Hell, even in Rise of Lyric, you can kind of argue that, because as Johnny put it very well in his review, if this is supposed to be start of a new franchise for newcomers, it's not really doing a good job, because only longtime fans will have a basic sense of what's going on in Rise of Lyric.
I mean, to be fair, Metal Sonic gets a proper introduction because, you know, Dr.
Well,
Eggman
Metal
makes
Sonic's
use of
actually
the
there
crystals,
from
but
the
when it comes to
beginning,
Shadow...
almost.
Eh?
Metal Sonic's actually there from the beginning, almost.
Yeah, when it comes to Shadow, though, oh, yeah, I mean, I guess you could infer that he's just got a rivalry with Sonic, but they seem to have a rivalry that could have been established from the get-go.
By the way, why is Sonic racing Metal Sonic when it was Tails and Knuckles who saw him?
Because only Sonic is fast enough to outrace Metal, apparently. Which makes sense, I guess.
That reminds me that
processor, you know.
That reminds me the Metal Sonic episode of the cartoon was pretty disappointing, honestly.
Oh, I actually liked it.
I never saw it, but I heard the Shadow one was basically fan service.
Oh
again.
god, the Shadow one is just...
Oh, the Shadow one was great.
I disagree, I thought it was terrible.
I stopped watching the show very early on because the early episodes were really good and then it just kind of went meh.
The problem with the Shadow one for me is that it's so they build up this thing where Shadow is going to take and he gets defeated by the most anticlimactic, stupid way possible. I mean, I get that it's supposed to be a comedy, but it's not funny. It's just stupid and annoying.
I guess your mileage may vary for that. So I guess I can literally just say you need to see it for yourself and decide whether you like it or not.
And there's going to be a second series too.
Yeah, the problem, of course, is that it's going to air on Boomerang, so it's kind of in trouble.
That's where shows go to die.
Yeah, sadly.
Because the show has gotten great ratings, so you wonder why Cartoon Network would want to do that.
Because it's Cartoon Network, Jova. You yourself said it right there.
True, I mean, they are the same people who literally canceled Young Justice only because more girls were into it than boys.
I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised Steven Universe has survived so far.
Well, from what I hear, the guy who was removing a lot of the cartoons was thankfully removed eventually at some point. Anybody see which way Metal Sonic went?
So basically the whole Metal Sonic thing just kind of happens and then it goes away and nobody mentions it ever again. It was just a complete pointless detour. It had nothing to do with anything. Great job.
Is anybody else feeling lost?
Yeah, the writers.
Is anybody else wishing they brought more peanut butter?
How is that even a fucking joke? Yes, and you read my mind.
Okay, did Ken and Pontek even do the whole script? Because this doesn't even seem, they've been dumb, but...
Well, maybe if you wore the tinfoil hat that I gave you, that wouldn't have happened.
Well, we know they didn't... We know they're getting help from the show's writers for Fire Nice, but this one, yeah, we know from the credits that they did it themselves. Like they did the
It's weird, though. They've written on their own before with other Sonic games, and it wasn't nearly this stupid. It's like, what the heck's going on with this game?
My guess is this is where they officially gave up on trying.
I guess they thought, hey, it's the handheld counterpart to the big
My guess is this is right after the backlash of a lot of fans got from it. So I'm guessing at this point they themselves don't even like working on the show probably at this point because they get a lot of fan hate for it. So at this point they're just doing it to spite fans basically.
I guess that makes sense.
I doubt that, honestly. Ken and Pontek are not the best writers, but they wouldn't
I'm
really
talking
accuse
about
them of, trying to outright spite fans. And trust me, honestly, what happened between them and the fans is actually more the fans' fault, because...
No, I know, Joe. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't get me wrong, Joe. I'm not saying the fans were right for doing it. I'm just saying that I wouldn't be surprised if they themselves get some kind of grudge against the series in general because it's gotten them a lot of flack for it. That's what I mean.
Actually, Joe, but they can write characters when those characters don't speak.
Yeah, that's why Happy Tree Friends work so well. Like I said various times before.
I never said that they couldn't write you. I'm just saying that's like, well, even with Sonic, they don't usually write this bad.
Like I said before, the reason Happy Tree Friends worked is because it was visual humor. They're better at coming up with visual setups for the slapstick and the violence and stuff like that. But in here, they're trying to do verbal humor, which is the complete opposite of what their specialty is.
That's another odd thing, because Sonic Colors showed with the Eggman PA quotes that they can actually do verbal humor pretty good, too.
Honestly, I'm still wondering, were those written, or was that Mike Pollock ad-libbing? Because I don't know.
Well, the official word is that was Ken and Pontek writing, so who knows?
Anyway, I'll show you text.
Oh, Amy. Okay. Ancient Plane. Volcano. Hidden. Advanced...
Tech.
Is she saying the ancients?
Okay. Amy has
tell us anything.
Amy has officially become Mia Fey. She's just as useless.
Pedro, Mia Fey becomes more useful eventually. I actually feel insulted. Mia Fey is, and to be fair, during Farewell My Turnabout, she at least tells us what's going on with Maya by Maya channeling her. Obviously, what is Amy actually telling us? I know it's worked out by interference, but this is apparently Amy's contribution for the majority of this game.
And by contribution, you mean zero?
What anything saying, tells us where she actually is?
Mia was the point where,
yeah, hey guys, look! It's the fire level! I actually... Okay, this track is actually one of the better ones. In fact, it's taken from Rise of Lyric, actually.
Is it?
Yes, it is. There are original tracks, but there are also some of them who are taken from Rise of Lyric. The main theme, Lyric's boss theme, and this one is actually taken from the Final Fortress theme of Rise of Lyric.
Huh, I thought the Final Fortress theme was something else. Well, yeah, it's good. And again, it's been a while since I
Final
played
Fortress
Rise of
theme is
Lyric.
actually good.
Anyway, what I was saying was, okay, basically everybody, you probably, this is the part where again, like I do always in these playthroughs, try to tell you what's supposed to be special about this level. But once again, there's no level-specific gimmicks. It's just the same kind of gimmicks we've been seeing for all the other levels. Just yes,
This is the right level.
Okay.
That was the proper
This
one.
level actually focuses more on the bottomless pits, lava and stuff. And, you know, of course, more airtime as opposed to the other levels.
That's not really a gimmick. That's just standard platforminess. I'm
I'm just going off of what's up levels from other levels.
honestly, Chiro, at this point, Jova will take anything he can get.
No. I'm not going to lower my standards. I'm just pointing out, you know, the actual things that they use to diversify the levels. This one seems to rely more on simply making sure not to touch the ground. I won't call it a proper gimmick. Oh, heck no. It's just,
Even
That lava doesn't look like it has
even
any
Sonic
texture.
4, even Sonic 4 Episode 1 had at least a decency of differentiating the levels from each other.
Oh,
mean-
yeah. I actually got fun out of Sonic 4 Episode 1's different gimmicks.
Yeah, that's
Car
yeah.
possibly being my favorite.
Sanzaru, you're being outdone by dimps.
Well, Dimps are more of a fallen hero as opposed to bad the whole time, and they do
Well,
the
that's the thing,
occasional
that's the
stuff.
thing, Jova. Sanzaru are also kind of becoming kind of fallen heroes themselves because they made Sly 4, which was a very good game. And since then, they haven't made anything noteworthy.
Oh, I get that. I was just saying, it's like, well, saying that you're being outdone by Dimps isn't the most humiliating you got. I say yet because I'm still waiting to see what Dimps will do next, if anything, with Sonic.
They're probably just making the handheld version of the 2017 game.
Yeah, a lot of hype behind that game because we have absolutely no idea what it could be.
Well, we don't even know if we're getting a game per se.
I really hope. I just wish they would just keep the 2017 game as what it is, a console game, and just let Dimps do an original game. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Dimps can make original games just
Nobody
fine.
cares about
Sonic-
Generations 3. Nobody cares
Yeah,
about
Sonic
Generation.
Rush will pretty much.
Nobody cares about Generations 3DS, and nobody likes Lost World 3DS. Guys, just stop it.
Well, Lost World 3DS did do some things better, and that was the bosses for the most part. But yeah, when it came to overall games, Lost World 3DS
Could have done without.
Yeah.
I mean, like, well, because it's a shame, because, like, well, you know, games like Sonic Advance and the Sonic Rush games were, like, the beacon of light we had for Sonic, especially in the 06 and 07 time. That said, though, I will agree with the people who say that if the next Sonic game is going to be a Boost game, I may be a bit disappointed upon review. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Boost, but Boost, it kind of plays more like a racing game in certain ways,
Honestly,
and you don't always
Java,
have as much.
I know you yourself, like you yourself make that comment about lowering your long standards and so on. But honestly, at this point, I'll take anything good that I can get at this point.
Oh, the Boost
Me
one is
too, but
good,
didn't
and
Sega
if the
say
game
I know what I mean.
Say-
I know what I mean is that I don't trust Sonic Team to really make something that much better than the Boost, honestly.
I don't know if they're still true to their word, but didn't somebody from Sega say that they're done with what we know as modern Sonic?
They never said any.
Something along those
No,
lines?
they never said anything
That
about
was a
that.
misunderstanding by the fans.
Yeah.
We
Then-
still
then
are going to have, well, it's
Izuka-
now called
yeah.
Legacy Sonic.
Yeah,
But yeah, we're still going to have
Izuka-
Legacy
In terms of
Sonic.
gameplay styles, Shiwei, Izuka himself never said anything. It's just the fans who are making assumptions.
No. I think she was talking actual character design as opposed to, you know...
Yeah. But I think Shiwei meant in terms of gameplay styles. In terms of gameplay styles, we don't know. Izuka never really actually said anything. It's just the fans that assume that they're done with the boost. But
Shiroi, when you said modern, did you mean gameplay or style?
I think both, because it was said around the time of Generations.
Okay. When it comes to style, that was just fans assuming. When it comes to gameplay, we know nothing really. I mean, the last we heard with Boost for Lost World, but with Lost World's mixed reception, there's no way to know where we're going from there.
My big problem with the main reason why I'm not hopeful is not it's not even just because of gameplay. It's just even just because I think the thing is, okay, here's how I feel. Okay, when I think of Sonic Team as a developer among other developers, I find them to be incredibly mediocre as a developer. Honestly, when compared to much better developers that you have out there, they're not that great.
Or the Sonic Team of yesteryear, we should say.
Yeah.
I find Sonic Team to be good, but yeah, compared to other developers, they are a bit too random for their own good with the gameplay.
Well, that's what
styles.
happens when people are
But you know
forced
what's
to
the
work on something they don't want to work for.
But believe it or not,
anymore.
Shiroi, the Sonic Team's mediocrity as a developer is actually not my main the main reason why I don't have confidence. You know what's the main reason I don't have? Is because unlike Jova, I honestly don't feel like the current Sonic Team has that much passion for the series they're working on, honestly. Because if they did, if they did, they would try to, you know, have Knuckles actually behave like Knuckles in Beyond Angel Island instead of just being in random places. You know, it's like they don't even care. Like, because if they did, they wouldn't put Knuckles in random places that it has no place being in, honestly.
The people who cared about making Sonic games are long since gone from the development team.
Yeah. I never really said anything about Sonic Team being that passionate. I just said that I find them still good, albeit too random for their own good at times. And I mean, being passionate doesn't always mean you're the best.
Well, it doesn't help that Sega are basically saying that they have to make Sonic games.
Yeah. Actually, Shiroi, allow me to get the actual article. This was back in 2009, but honestly, I still think it applies today, honestly, when you think about it. Let me just get the actual... Here it says... blog... Okay, basically, back in 2007, before Sonic Unleashed was ever revealed, there was a Sega employee who actually leaked the fact that Sonic Unleashed existed. And it was pretty interesting. Let me see here. Fortunately, the fans, obviously that blog was removed because of, you know, it breached it legally breaching and shit like that. But the fans obviously archived it. Here we go. Basically, here you go. Here's the actual article in case you guys want to read it yourselves. I mean, meanwhile, I'll read it out loud for the audience. It's not like there's anything interesting going on anyway. Anyway.
Well, I know this article, but yeah,
okay.
I'd read it for the audience.
Basically, there's this guy back in 2007, in early 2007, and again, this was before Sonic Unleashed was even revealed, so nobody even knew about it. Sonic, basically, he was saying that he doesn't. But here's an interesting thing, Jova. He confirmed that Iizuka originally wanted Journey of Dreams to be on the PS3 and 360, but unfortunately Sega wouldn't give him the budget for it because they didn't have faith in the project. But that's a topic for another day. Sonic Team are a relic from a past. This is his actual post from back in 2007, and I'm quoting: "Sonic Team are a relic from a past age who have overstayed their welcome for the same marketing reasons that their name was initially kept." And has since backfired and should be dissolved. It may already be too late for Knights, and I really hope it isn't, and they managed to turn it around, which with Iizuka's passion for the project is a possibility. Fortunately, it did turn out okay, awesome. But for the good of the company's image... for the future of Sega's other prestigious IPs, and lastly for iconic mascot needs to be done. Before they release, and I'm quoting here, another game with a transforming evil knight Sonic who looks like a werewolf and can stretch his arms out Dawson style. It will happen. Mark my words. Keep in mind, audience, this blog post was created over a year before anybody had even spoken the word werehog. So yeah, this was cool. So yeah, this Sega employee himself is saying, and I'd like to read one more thing that he said. What was it? Yeah, here we go. In his own words, there's no doubt that Sonic Team have lost their quality touch. They are worse than talentless. They're without passion, bored, weary, closed-minded, and out of touch with any sense of what makes games good anymore. Quite simply, after making so many of them, Sonic Team is tired of Sonic games, which Ben cites as the reason for why Yuji Naka resigned in 2006. Basically,
that was stupid of Naka's.
Basically, the main reason why Yuji Naka quit Sega was because he didn't care about Sonic anymore. He didn't want to work on it anymore. So he.
That's a bit of actually, Pedro, on Naka's part, that's kind of a misunderstanding. I mean, granted, that was part of the reason. However, the other thing was him kind of wanting to do his own thing and not exactly dealing well with higher ups that well. which led to Sonic 06. I mean, don't get me wrong, he had his reasons, but he had a lot of crap stuff.
Yeah,
too.
You know what I think?
Go ahead, Jiren.
Because he he occasionally still tweets and random things about the series. He did still care for it. I just don't think he cared for what it became.
Well,
Yeah.
in that case,
Which is
why
why
did
he wanted out?
Well, in that case,
I
why
guess
didn't
to
he
the
actually
guy's
do his
credit,
job as quality control boss and stop it, honestly? So basically, instead of doing his job, he decided to just take the easy way out and leave.
Yeah, that's kind of why I can't really support Naka
Yeah,
that much.
me neither.
Because, he's kind of the reason they lost all the passion. Because Sonic 06 was a nightmare after he left, and while I wouldn't lose my
Yeah,
passion,
he left mid-project, didn't he?
Yeah, and that is one of the biggest components of why Sonic 06 was such a nightmare.
It was
because
actually there was
didn't
actually
really
a
have
similar
much-
thing. Yeah, there was actually a similar thing. Notice how after Shadow the Hedgehog, Iizuka, who at the time was the boss of Sonic Team USA, not Sonic Team Japan, notice how after Shadow the Hedgehog and after that Sonic Team Japan was the one making 06.
Yeah.
Thanks to that, Iizuka was allowed to work on his actual personal passion project, aka Knight's Journey of Dreams. But now, obviously, all Sonic Team makes now is Sonic games. So you have to wonder if Iizuka himself is also not tired of making Sonic games.
Well, Iizuka himself is passionate, and that's sort of where I come to terms. See, it's Sonic Team USA that's still passionate. Sonic Team Japan, though, heck no. And it's
Well,
Well, but there's a
Japan
thing,
doesn't give
Jova.
two shits about Sonic
Well,
anyway.
but that's the thing, Jova. After Sonic and the Black Knight, Iizuka brought together both Sonic teams together. So now they're one and the same. So.
And have you heard the recent news about how Iizuka's coming back to America, to set camp there?
Yeah. Apparently, Iizuka is now back in America. Let's just see how that works out.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that that's giving me hope. It's like, well, don't get me wrong, they've made some of these promises before, but the stuff that they're actually doing does lead credence to it. Now, as for, what the guy had to say, he kind of got his wish because for colors, let's see, a lot of people did sort of get laid off in between.
Well,
at least in
I'm
colors.
assuming by the time he left Sega, the game hadn't even become. Remember, the Colors was pretty much Iizuka's idea from the get-go anyway. So at the time, obviously, there was no Sonic Colors to speak of. So obviously, they didn't know about it.
Sonic Colors showed that, yes, Sonic Team can be passionate about games themselves. And, while some people may argue about the story here or there, you don't really hear a lot of people arguing about how much fun it is. I mean, it's literally what fans wanted. A refined version of the Unleashed formula made better. Like, you don't want slow stuff like the Werehog?
Oh, yeah, of
Okay, we'll
course.
take out the Werehog. Sonic Colors may be, and I know I may get a lot of flack for this, but I think Sonic Colors, for as good or bad as it may be, and honestly I still find it good, Sonic Colors may be the best example of Sonic Team taking criticism and just doing it right by it. I mean, heck, I even love how they took some of the BS critics in stride too. Like, heck, there was one BS review by, I know you may hate me for this, Pedro, but back in the day when Jim Sterling made that infamous Colors review of his, that was just...
Sure, go ahead.
That was just, not true. Well, Sonic Team actually took it in stride by actually doing a nice take that at him without coming off as too insulting.
Oh,
And they
no, of
got
course.
applauded for it.
Oh no, well, of course, like, it's interesting you say that, Jova, because much like you, Jim Sterling himself is actually one of the defenders of Sonic Lost World. So it actually evened out for in your case it actually evened out, because even though I hate Lost World, he actually really liked Lost World and practically begged Sega, please keep this direction.
Well, yeah.
No,
maybe
Jim, no.
Well, okay, Lost World has a lot of promise. Honestly, I think all they really need to do is just, instead of making it so that Sonic has a run button, why not, attach something like the parkour to, like, the adventure play style, or, heck,
Games
even
shouldn't
merge
have
with the
run
pixel
buttons.
stuff.
We're done! We're
Just say it.
honestly, Shiro,
Instead, make it a parkour
honestly, Shiro, Super Mario 3D Land and World do it fine. There's nothing wrong with a run button, honestly.
Yeah, but that's a Mario game. Sonic is meant to be fast by default. Why do we have a run button?
I guess, yeah.
With me, I'm okay with the run button, but I think it would have been better as either a parkour button or an acceleration button to change Sonic's speeds as opposed to...
Well, one of the main problems with Lost World,
Oh,
Wii U,
boy,
the
this
parkour
scene.
wasn't very well executed.
Are you sure you can fly this plane?
It's Tails! You know who Tails is! What? I'm not even sure this is technically a plane. I don't know, it looks like a plane enough to me.
It looks like a plane to me.
You're not filling me with confidence.
Or sense. We're still in the air, aren't we? I'm actually impressed. It's not bad for tech that's thousands of years old. Are there any ancient barf bags in this thing? I need to barf.
It's a plane with
I
no
don't want to
roof.
sound
Just
crazy.
blow up over the
but it looks like
side.
we're about to crash into that giant sky fortress.
Styx is right. Wow, I never thought I'd say that. She's not really dumb, just incredibly paranoid.
Well, I'm guessing that's what they're talking about. Like, you know, she's actually being paranoid about something, but it's actually for a good reason. That's what they mean, I guess.
Well,
That
hasn't said
joke,
anything
there you go.
wrong,
That joke really does
really.
stink.
It's nothing really wrong with being
Yeah,
paranoid.
thank you, Rocky.
Heck, in
It
in
does-
a world
it does
where
stink.
Dr. Eggman...
No joke, yoke. It's like a steering wheel, and like I said, it stinks.
See, that's the thing, though. It's like, well, even in this game, Styx hasn't really been wrong. I mean, she's been right a few times. I mean,
I'm not really saying why you're saying it's a surprise she's right.
If we send a credit landing, then yes, we're about to
Just
land.
says
Hold on.
things that are really random. She doesn't say things that are wrong. Really.
No yoke. You know, I love how they're taking this whole fact that they're crashing completely casually. Yeah, let's not be afraid, or let's not be, you know, no. Let's just treat this like it's a fucking sitcom. Like it. God forbid something exciting happens in this game.
But it doesn't matter because we're walking there anyway. Clearly.
Oh, that's right. Actually, that's interesting. You said, yeah. Wait, weren't we crashing?
We were just in a plane. Shouldn't we be there, or did we just?
I'm guessing that the cutscenes convey how we get to each area, and then we just go there.
It's a shame we don't have. It's a shame we don't have Teo here. Otherwise, we could have him lecture this game on gameplay story segregation.
Oh,
But
don't worry.
in
Wait.
Sonic Rush Adventure, you travel by boats and submarines, and you actually get to do that.
And before anyone says, "Oh, but it must be forced," don't worry. As long as you play it the first time, you can then just warp to each level via the level screen as you choose.
Anyway,
One
Worm
thing
Tunnel.
that Sonic Rush Adventure didn't do, I believe.
We were talking about Rush Adventure, actually. I mean, okay.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
pretty sure you still can't warp to places after you've unlocked them.
I believe there's a level select screen that you can choose at, the home island, but when it comes to, actually traveling there, yeah, you have to do that. Yeah. Very
I'm
You
actually
still have to take the boat, is what I mean.
I'm actually going to agree. I'm actually going to have to agree with Johnny on this one. I actually thought Colors DS was the better of the Rush style games.
Well, it was.
Well, it was
essentially
basically a rush free, so yeah.
No. But what I liked about it is that
Exciting.
unlike the first Rush game, especially, the gameplay wasn't so much based on trial and error, but it was much more. Basically, it took quite a few stuff pages from the actual console Sonic Colors. Really it focused more on platforming and wisp using rather than the level memorization stuff that the Sonic Rush 1 kind of demanded.
I never really got a sense of level memorization. I mean, heck, I was able to get through Sonic Rush first time here and there. Unless you're talking about trying Chaos Emeralds, which, well, it's the Chaos Emeralds, I wouldn't be surprised at that.
My problem with the philosophy of level design for Sonic Rush 1 and especially Unleashed HD, I mean, is that it's the kind of gameplay where you're okay. Allow me to put it this way, Joe.
Oh, you're talking about how it emphasizes usage of the boost.
Yeah, that too. Yes. Okay. Allow me to bring it up this way, Joe. A level in Sonic Adventure 1, and by that I mean the Sonic levels. Those levels are fun, so you want to, and since they're fun right from the beginning, you want to play them more, so you can then play them again, so you can do the alternate missions. And in Sonic Adventure 2's case, you want to play them again and again because the levels are just fun, and you eventually get more experience and get better at the level, and then you tackle those A ranks, right? Experience by fun, basically. Sonic Unleashed, on the other hand, you're not allowed to completely and truly enjoy yourself until in two ways. You either have to memorize the whole level in the beginning, or you have to basically walk through the level slowly, just so you don't get screwed over by some, like for example, the beginning of Adabat. The beginning of Adabat Act 1.
Oh,
Like-
well, Adabat, sure. I mean, like, well, when it comes to Unleashed HD, I agree. But when it comes to Rush, Rush had a good enough tutorial level. In Sonic's case, mind you, because
But
you
the
play
level
Sonic
design
first.
is still trial and error, especially when you get to the halfway mark and over. And you're not given any breathing room to figure out how to deal with
Like,
things,
well,
you're just
you
thrown into
know what level
everything.
that I really hated in Rush?
I never really got that sense with Sonic Rush, I'm gonna be honest.
forgot
Because,
its
like, with
name.
Sonic Rush, I still felt that there were points where
Sorry.
you could do stuff. However, I will agree with you, there were those occasional parts where you kind of do need the boost to really rock a certain area.
You know one level
There's
from
not
Rush
really
that I
the boost,
remember
just
really
the fact
being...
that, like, it's all completely trial and error.
You know,
Particularly in, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the next to last world.
allow me.
It's before deadline.
I think I know what you mean.
Oh, I think you mean Sky Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you know,
Yeah.
you know
okay,
one,
okay,
you know
well, that's
one.
a bottomless pit area. It makes sense with that place.
Yeah,
It's definitely one
I
of-
think that's the one I'm talking about. Like that one that had those platforms that have like a propulsion jet from under them. That you know
Yes,
they call.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's-
So
Okay,
I
yeah.
hated those. I hated that level so much because there were so many times that I died, not because the camera wasn't really that good in showing me the obstacles that were coming my way, and because of that, I had to do a lot of repetition in that level.
Deadlines
yeah,
is an
yeah,
easier
I
time
agree
because
on
of the
that
whole
one.
gravity thing working in your favor a lot of the time. But,
That's one of the reasons why I love Sonic Generations much more than Unleashed, because at least in terms of gameplay, because in Generations they removed all the sucker punch trial and error.
Yeah. Rush Adventure definitely was a great
Yeah,
improvement. But yeah,
I also
would
like Rush
definitely-
Adventure better, honestly, because it wasn't nearly as obnoxious with that.
Exactly. That's why I said it was better.
In Colors DS, however, I figure was the one where the Rush series officially. I mean, yeah, it's not technically a Rush series, but it might as well be. It even uses the
think
same
that may
engine
be
and
part of
everything.
That may be part of the puzzle. Technically more of a Colors game, but yeah, it is very much might as well be Rush free.
Colors DS is Rush free in everything but name, pretty much.
That, and you can't do tricks. I missed that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the tricks. Never really cared much
Yeah.
for the tricks anyway, so yeah, whatever.
Well, Generations brought it back.
Alright everybody,
As
see you for
Colors HD.
the next part where we meet. Well, actually no, I think we save Amy in the next part and then we face Lyric. That's how it is, I think.
Basically, audience, tune in for part 8 of Squirm discusses almost every Sonic game except for this one.
Well, it's not like anything interesting happened here. It's just a typical fire level with, whatever. See you for the next part, everybody. Don't worry, we'll actually talk more about the game next time. See ya.
yeah.